Hello Crabby crew. As usual, I've forgotten to film any content because I just got carried away, but I've had a bit of a studio tidy up and revamp, so I thought first off the bat I'll give you a little tour around. As you might know, running a creative business, or even two in my case, things are constantly changing and developing. So my painting desk at the moment is almost a bit of a product photography space, but I'm quite liking the really white background. I did use it for the product photography, but I'm probably going to swap back to the teal. I've got all of my inks and my paintbrushes. Really nice paintbrush holder by a local business couple, Sammy and Simon, Redesigned. That's cool. So these were my vlogging lights, which actually work really well for product photography. Then I've got my arm for the camera so I can video what I'm doing. Then it's more desk officey space. I've moved the printer here. Just workflow's so much better now. Label printer. That's that. Storage underneath. Loads of rubbish. My trolley with all my stuff on, that's the only thing I haven't sorted. Back up a bit. I've sorted out the bookshelf. That was absolute carnage. Tidied up the top. Along here, I'm going to carry on putting sort of current artworks that are being worked on. Step back a little bit. So there you go. And then, you might have seen I created this little space. So that's my dogs, Rio and Harley. There's a sneak peek at something coming next year. Really liking this for the tapes, but I don't know what I'm doing with the rest of the Lego. And then yesterday I was building this, so I painted two boards in teal colour, propped up at the moment with some sort of temporary put up tables, but that just to create a bit more of a workspace. So I'm hoping I might do packing, cutting and stuff there, printing over here, desk space for bits and pieces there, painting and product photography, I think. So that's the space at the moment. Now I've got all this room up here. It's nice having the high ceilings, but I'm thinking about putting some shelves in for storage. And then we've got the window. Some plant stuff going on. Got some other people's artist stuff I've printed out, ready to go out. Not sure what's going on here at the moment. Just used a little coffee table, bit of storage. So there we have it, that's the setup. So things changing a little bit because I'm definitely leaning back much more into my illustration, Crabby creatures, using the inks, dip pens, all that kind of stuff, which means actually the space I need to paint is quite a lot smaller than when I start doing big canvases and spray paint and stuff. But I'm really enjoying it more. I'm enjoying having a bit more fun with the looks and the attitudes and the expressions on the faces. Also, the next step, which is why I've really tried to tidy the space up and get organised, is lent more into sort of print products. So I'm making my own bookmarks, that sort of stuff, mini prints, the normal prints, and we're gonna upscale that side of things because that's really working at the moment, is those lower end products, especially around Christmas time. But in the new year, and this is the first I've ever mentioned it, I want to attempt one of these monthly subscriptions again. But this time I'm going to do it as Snail Mail. I've been watching loads, I think it's really cool. So it'll be quite a low monthly cost, and I will send you a print and a sticker or a print and a bookmark every month, and it will always be different, and lots of it that I'm planning is new stuff that might not be used anywhere else. So if I've got the time, the stuff that would be for the little monthly print club would be unique to the monthly print club, and then the other stuff becomes the other stuff. For instance, so I've been playing around a little bit with branded envelopes, Stay Crabby on the back. And currently, I'm not going to show you just yet, but inside your envelope you'd get a 5x7 print and a bookmark and I'm thinking about starting it in January. But I've got a bit more plan and research. So the idea of tidying up is because I'm going to need space. I'm going to start printing and stacking and bulk making things. So I'm hoping back here I'm going to have some shelves and stuff so that I can get more organised, because I'm a proper creative when I get going. It turns into bedlam. I don't know what anything is. It's just messy and horrible. So that's where we're at the moment. Got some prints I'm sorting out on my new table. Need to work out what I'm doing for the legs and whether or not I'm having 1 or 2 of those sheets of wood. I really liking the idea of the teal. Yeah. So this is the first time I've been able to sort of stop and think and plan for next year. So I finished my Christmas markets, which were slightly down on last year, and it's really tough, I think, for everyone at the moment. But we're doing all right. We're hanging in there on top of the van breaking down twice and our worst November so far. So it is what it is. But I think to be successful, you need to keep chopping, changing and moving with what is working. So that's where the print club's going to come in, and that's why we've deviated to the more gifty products. Before, I would only ever sell originals and prints, but that's becoming increasingly difficult. But yeah, but we're all positive. See how things go. But if you've got any suggestions for the studio and storage, I'm looking for some like drawers or something. I don't know whether they're going to be on the floor or on the table, but I'm imagining sort of like 2 rows of shelves or drawers, and then I can have, I don't know, 5x7 print paper with the cello in the one next to it, so it all makes sense. But I don't know, I can't work that out at the moment. So it would be interesting if you're interested in, or you're part of a print club or a snail mail club already. It'd be really interesting to know what you get, what you'd expect. Because this, I'm really keen for this. Feels really cool, feels really old school. Feels like I'm actually communicating with people, because there's a little letter I've handwritten at the moment, but that won't be able to do many with time constraints. But it feels like I'm actually sending and talking to you rather than just talking at a screen or commenting on things. So I think this is a really cool idea. Seems very on trend, which is abnormal for me to cotton on that quickly. Anyways, so yeah, I'll see you next time. We're just building up for hopefully the Christmas rush. So I'm just in the shop, manning the shop on my own with the dog. And I'll keep you updated, I guess. See you next time.